each of the materials to be coated. What I do is I lay down a newspaper, something absorbent to start out with, and we'll coat a newspaper. This is good for framing articles and stuff like that that you want to preserve. So we'll just do a demonstration to show you that it's just a nice smooth airbrush motion, and we'll start on the outside of the paper to prevent any drips, and we'll just go across, make the paper nice and moist, and that's. Now this is a newspaper that we coated. What we'll do is we'll just take a marker and write on this newspaper. You can see that, and we'll just take a little bit of water here, and it will just come right off. It'll just take it right off without bothering the newspaper at all. This is what we want to demonstrate, of just how well it seals. Now if you'll notice that we coated one side and not the other. So it still looks like newspaper, still sounds like newspaper, but if we do that to this other side, uncoated, and we try and take that marker off, look what happens. It just smears it and doesn't come off. So that kind of gives you an idea of just how durable the coating is and how unique it is that it takes on the texture. Now what we'll do is we'll just run it through some water fluid. We'll take the coated side, we'll run it down through the water, all the way down through to the untreated side, and we'll just pull it right back out. And what we'll do is we'll just lay down a couple paper towels, and we'll wipe off this excess water. So here's the untreated side, and here's the treated side. And as you can tell, the treated side is still newspaper, looks like newspaper, feels like newspaper, but look at the untreated side. It's acting just like wet newspaper. It just falls apart, completely soaking up the water. This side's still looking like newspaper, sounding like newspaper, and it still tears like. And welcome to the second video, and this is Preserve Your Memories 2, coating your Inkjet digital photos. What I'd like to do is demonstrate just how easy it is to coat your Inkjet photos. As you saw in the previous video, if you watched it, the newspaper coating, that it took on the texture of the paper, of how this takes on the texture of the paper and the Inkjet printing. Okay, what we want to demonstrate is a single photo of just how well it flows from edge to edge. We'll start on the outside, just one brush motion across, and just a light spray, and that's it. And what you'll see is that it'll level out and take on the texture of the paper and go edge to edge with a nice smooth coating. We'll give it here a second, and then you can see the gloss that's already starting to form. And that will settle down and take on the texture of this paper. This is brochure paper. Okay, we'll set that aside. And what I want to do is show you on a full photo paper of 4 up, and we're going to coat the bottom half, and we'll leave the top half uncoated. And what we want to demonstrate is the smoothness of the material going on. That's it. And what we'll do is we'll set this aside, and you'll see how that's taking on the texture. We'll set this aside and let it dry. And we want to show you the single photo, and it's just about dry. And look at that, edge to edge, no drips, no spots on it, nice even shine. Okay, now our full page is just about dry. What we want to do is demonstrate its durability of moisture. We'll put this in water, and we'll take the side that's not coated here, and we'll start washing. And you can see the inkjet is coming right off. We'll take the other side that was just coated with Preserve Your Memories 2, and you can see the water just beading right up and no ink. This is the durability of our product. And how quick it dries. It has a very, very mild fragrance, and not like other harsh coatings that are on the market that linger for a long time. This dissipates within just a matter of minutes. Also, you aren't going to want to do this with your inkjet photos, but if for an accident would happen, or if you want to create a calendar with right erase capabilities, we have a Sharpie permanent marker. And what we're going to do is write on this photo. And what we do is just take a little bit of household alcohol, rubbing alcohol, on a Kleenex in a light buffing motion, and we'll just take that Sharpie marker right off our photo. And we just a circular motion like that, and it'll just come right off. And I'm going to just make sure we get it all off. And what you'll notice, it's not hurting the photo. Not hurting at all. We're just taking it right off the picture. And then we'll take a light buff to it, smooth it out, and that's it. You got a nice, even picture yet. No messes on it. And you can see what's happened to the top here that's not coated. And that's just how easy it is to do your inkjet photos. Thank you.